Good morning, my beautiful friends. Happy Monday. It's a what sold this weekend. It's not even Monday. See, I'm going to be stuck with this all week. I'm a day off. It's Happy Tuesday. I'm going to do a what sold this weekend for me on my static selling platforms, and we're going to work through each of those items. I get to show you what sold, tell you all the deets about them. But first and foremost, I'm going to give you I've got my little note here because I'm a writer. I'm not good at being like technically all involved here. So we're learning, we're doing, but I'll never use writing my notes. It's just how I have to. I'm a pen and paper kind of gal. So 15 items sold. I'm going to tell you one on my whatnot bin, one eBay, two Depop, four Macari, and seven Poshmark. So first and foremost, what happened to Macari? I don't know. Four? Normally I'm four in a month. So if I'm lucky, that was four in a weekend. So super exciting to see that come through. We had a total sale across all platform. All sales totaled up to 304.45. My total profit before cost of goods was 235.61. After cost of goods, my peer profit was 190.61. Again, not $1 million status here, but I'm going to tell you why this stuff is important to me. So again, 15 items sold, 304.45 in total sales, and then peer profit net is 190.61. Okay, I got some perspective numbers for you people out there. You're not going to want to hear this, but if you are new here, welcome. My name is Kylie again. I'm a recovering high volume liquidation seller turned curated thrifter. So what that means is I was on Whatnot for 4 years selling Target, Amazon, Walmart, CVS, all the things. We primarily did health and beauty, also did baby clothing and adult clothing. So I've been in the game for a little bit. You're not going to tell me anything that I don't know about the platform. You're not going to sell me anything about the platform that I haven't lived, learned, and done on my own. So it's been wild. It has been a wild ride, but I have some perspective numbers for you, especially if you're starting to look at getting into Whatnot, getting into live selling, all of those great things. I'm going to tell, here's one of the reasons why the burnout has been past burnt out. It is melted. I'm a puddle of goop, okay? And why I've turned to static selling. Again, back from the very beginning, 15 items sold this weekend for a pure profit of 190.61, okay? Let me put that into perspective for you if you are a high volume liquidation seller. My show, or no, you don't even have to be, if you're a Whatnot seller. I don't even know why I said that, because I haven't had my full cup of coffee and I'm terrible at doing these videos. So a little perspective shift for you right now. Since as a high volume liquidation seller, I was doing anywhere from $1 to $3 starts. Just the way the channels worked. We had two channels at the time, and one was a premier shop, and then we had mine as well. So we kind of had two different worlds blending together. But I'm going to talk about Peony and Pine Collective and Forward. So since going to curated thrifting, I have been doing all $5 starts, unless it's more of my premium and or a little bit different structure of going to preloaded shops. But let's just talk random pull, because I know that's primarily where a lot of my resellers are at. So I would do $5 starts, random pull, women's clothing, thrifted, curated, boho-y kind of, to comfort is usually what I like to call it. So if an item sold for $5, which was my opening bid, which we do see a lot. Now, you guys, we see it all the time. Your stuff sells for opening bid if you're lucky, or it doesn't sell at all. Or it gets bid up, which is always the goal. That is the goal. But let's talk the seriousness of if you're just starting out and not seeing a lot of swiping happen, whatever it may be. So if your item sells for $5, you walk away with $4.15 earnings from that item. So I'm just using bare bones. It's easier just to do the math this way and just keep it simple. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it simple, because this is really confusing. I was watching one YouTube video this weekend, and the reseller was selling plushies, and they ended up saying, oh, I got it for, I could sell it on eBay for $20, $50, but I can sell it quicker if I sell it on Whatnot for $25. And then my cost of goods was so low, so I walk away with $24. No, no, no. I just wanted to scream, no, no, that's not how it works. Your cost of goods, yes, keep it low, but because it sold for 24, you did not walk away with 25 or because it sold for 25, you did not walk away with 24. You usually what we have figured has been the best blend of numbers is about 20%, is about 20% of the total fee on the items when you walk away with your earnings. So you do the math, you try to figure it out. We've done it every other way from Sunday, and the best, easiest number we can say is on every item, it's about a 20% fee that you pay. You lose or you pay or whatever you want to say on your items when you sell them on Whatnot Live auction. So we use, again, as a $5 start, nothing got bid up. We walk away with $4.15. Now, I did some math. A lot of my reselling friends are bin shoppers versus rack shoppers. However you want to distinguish the two. A lot of my reseller friends go to the Goodwill bins. So what I am going to put into perspective for you right now is how many items would I have had to sell on Whatnot Live to get the same pure profit as I just got on 15 items on static selling. Okay. Again, these are numbers you don't want to hear. This is the truth behind Whatnot. Okay. So $4.15 is what I would walk away with a $5 item that sold at $5. My cost of goods, I'm going to use, our bins here are $1.79 a pound. So I'm just using the $1.79 for my cost of goods as an easy number, because shirts, sweatshirts, sweaters, jeans, all of that, I get the poundage. But again, if we go in that deep dive into a nitty gritty, I need a little bit more of a spreadsheet to work out for you. Okay. So I used $1.79 a pound, which was basically $1.79 an item. So let's just say you had a jean show or a sweater show and you paid that $1.79 per pound price for that item. So that's what I did. Which would have brought your net profit down to $2.38. No, $2.36. So from $5 auction to $4.15 walk away from that auction, your cost of goods, your profit was $2.36 per item. Okay. Ooh, big deal. Now, putting this into perspective again, $190 pure profit on 15 items that sold static selling. I would have had to sell 81 items live on Whatnot at a $5 start to walk away with that same profit. Now, here is where a lot of this gets caught into the Kool-Aid. Caught into the Kool-Aid is like what I want to say. Oh, I had a $1,500 show. Oh, I had a $2,500 show. I had a $4,000 show. Yes, those can happen. Those can happen if you are focused on the volume that you got to push through to that. Now, there is premium ways to load your shop. There's premium ways to have your inventory. But if you're just talking to the basic mom who is just going to do bin sourcing for her Whatnot show, no, she's not going to be able to find all the Lululemon. She's not going to be able to find all of the Aloe. She's not going to be able to find all the Johnny Was and all the Ralph Lauren. That is not reality to the basic mom who is trying to go out and start a Whatnot channel. It can be someday. It will build to that at some point. But if you're planning anywhere from 2+ shows a week, that is not always going to be your way of being able to source. So hang on, I got to be back. This is going to time out. So this is where a lot of this will also get into my 10 things I wish I would have known about Whatnot before I started. Will also tie into this. So if you are out thrifting, getting rid of your own stuff, going to the bins, doing your things, again, it is not going to be a common way for you to get a top premium brands in the basic sourcing model. Now, can it happen? Can you get a mother load? Yes, but that's not going to be every show. That's not the reality of it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents about that portion of it. Is 81 items at a $5 opening bid sell through. You're walking away with $4.15. And then again, you got to take your cost of goods out of that to figure out kind of where you need to be. Because you sold $2,000 and your payout was, 1,500 or 1,700, you still have to figure out these numbers. If you lose sight of these numbers and you're just chasing up whatever that payout is, that's not a good business model, I will tell you right now. Now, do some items get bid up to $20, $30, $40? Absolutely, it can happen. And it does happen. But I am telling you right now, the majority, especially my new sellers out there trying to learn and trying to get the traction. I don't want to say grit, because I'm going to tell you, if you're selling on Whatnot, you already got the grit. You just got to figure out what avenue you want to stay in and be in. But I'm going to tell you, you have to look at these numbers on a granular level to understand your profitability and your sustainability in this kind of business. So what I like to look at again is not only on a Whatnot show, but also on my static selling. I much rather sell 15 items and make $100 or $190 or $400. I mean, someday I'm hoping it's thousands, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Than trying to chase hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items every week to have these profitable bigger Whatnot shows. You have to be able to scale your business in whichever way fits your need. So I guess the moral of any of this information was really just to remember to look at your business in all the angles. Okay. So again, static selling versus volume selling, or versus live selling, however you want to say it. I still call Whatnot, even though I've gone curated, which I do 100 or less items every show versus 400, 600, 1,000 items every show. I still look at that as volume selling, because you make your profit up in the volume that you sell, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents about it. But anyway, let's get back into what sold, and now stuff's got to go out the door. 15 orders. That was my numbers and my stats and my little soapbox of the day. I'll be back. All right, we're back. It was like 45 hours. I feel like I lost an item. I couldn't find it, but let's get started. All right, starting off first with my one Whatnot item. This sold out of my Whatnot bin. It's an UMG, super cute and flowy little tunic style. Could be a mini dress, but all of that boho, super cute. Could be even a little westerny, but I definitely go boho on this. This was an UMG size 1XL. This sold out of my Whatnot bin for $29. So I was very excited to see that one come through. That one is our first one of the day. Next one up is my one eBay. This is Pharmacy. It is a retinol serum. You can see this box is damaged. This was all photoed and noted in the listings for the Pharmacy facial serum. This sold on eBay for $12. All right, Depop coming in hot. This one was kind of exciting. This is another Pharmacy that sold out of Depop. She has bought from me before, and I was super excited to see that she came back and grabbed another one of the Pharmacy retinol serums. So she's going to get an extra little gift as a thank you for returning. This one sold on Depop for $11.50. Then what's coming up next is the Vera. Vera has a love-hate in my life right now due to, if you saw my post about my interaction at a garage sale regarding Vera. I pick Vera up because I know that there are still lovers out there. Sell-through, I don't look for on Vera. I don't really do research. As long as it's in good condition, I pick it up. So what I look for the most is that, of course, the fabric on it is unripped, unteared. Yes, you can still pick them up. People will still grab them. You can upcycle them, whatever you want to do. But this one sold on Depop for $13. And again, it's kind of like redone for me. It's one of those, it's not a bread and butter or anything like that, but it's something that people still enjoy. So if I can get it at a good cost, I will grab Vera. I know some people roll their eyes about Vera. If you weren't watching, the lady at the garage sale asked if I was a reseller when I asked her the price on a Vera that was unmarked. And I just kind of looked at her and she goes, well, if you're a reseller, it's $20. And I was like, oh, okay, no. Like, I'm lucky to get anywhere from $15 to $30 for a Vera. Like, their resale value is not super, super high. So again, if I can pick it up cheap enough, I will grab them just to have as an item. But I'm like, lady, no. Anyway, she ended up selling me the other Vera that will probably make me cry the day it sells for $5. It was a wild situation. But this one sold for 13 on Depop. This one had gotten a lot of views, a lot of offers came through on this. I would say I was averaging 1 to 2 offers a day. And of course, if you know Depop, it's kind of like Marketplace, like you accept the offer and then it just kind of goes away. So I don't know. Depop's just a little odd for me. I'm still trying. I'm still trucking. I'll learn it someday. I'll figure it out. But anyway, sold on Depop for 13. All right, it was my silent giant this weekend. I don't know. Again, I can't go back and tell you why Macari was doing anything this weekend. I have not had any consistent sales on Macari in forever. We used to sell on Macari when we had our brick and mortar store, and that was still kind of the silent sleeper here and there. But for this weekend, I'm super happy about it, other than the fact. Here's my reseller princess moment. They all went USPS or UPS ground saver. I know you can turn it off, but if they get a good deal on their shipping, that's what I like to do. And today I scheduled a USPS pickup because I have too much to do, but now I'm running to the UPS store. I know, this is a princess moment. All right, let's get started. This is a baby sling. So this came from, we have what are called like discount bins, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but where they get like liquidation inventory, they dump it in a bin, and then every day it's like starts at $10 and then it goes down, down, down. Anyway, that's what this came from. But this is a nice 100% linen baby sling. This sold, even with the mark on it, this sold for $35 off of Macari. No offers, no nothing, just a straight out buy. So that was exciting. Next coming up from Macari was, oh Lord, the infamous BKE jeans. These are a men's size 32 long. So I had to run up to my husband and I'm like, okay, 32 long. What does that mean to me? Like, what? He's like, well, that's just how they do their styles. It will either be long or short. So it was very important on these that I did all the measurements, including obviously the rise, the waist, and then the inseam to know what that long meant. These sold for $22.95 on on a nifty offer. I guess I should probably tell you that. Zara, these were so cute. These ones I had a hard time selling, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. These are just a plain Jane medium wash Zara. They're the marine straight. So nothing too wildly wide on these, but they are a little bit of a wider style straight. They do have that super cute little raw hem to them. And I've heard hemming and hawing on Zara that it doesn't sell, all of that. This was a style-based pick for me. Anything kind of that wider straight or wide leg, of course, I'm grabbing. And then I'm a detail kind of girl. I thought the back area was super, super cute right here with this little seam. I don't know. These ones sold on a nifty best offer for $24. Not best offer, you know what I mean. A nifty offer. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know. You already know. Just follow me. Just stay with me. Next coming up is going to be the just basic 9 West. They're like a crop style capri. Nice darker style wash on these. These actually are from Sam's Club. I can tell by the sticker that they use. Again, liquidation, life, and knowledge. That's just what I know. So nothing overly awesome on these. And again, it's kind of difficult when it's like a Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco to resell. So I know that value might be a little bit difficult. Oop, I just hit myself in the face. But anyway, these were new with tag 9 West. These sold for $15. And then I think that covers us up on our Macari. Let's check out Poshmark. Ooh, she was wild. All right, Poshmark, 7 orders on Poshmark. That was crazy cool. So tons of fun ones. We're going to get started here with this one I got from my liquidation life. This is back. I would buy Victoria's Secrets lots. So it was a lot of shorts, loungewear, some lingerie, and then we would get accessories, lotions, body wash, all that kind of good stuff. So this is a brand new with tag, super stinking cute, simple, perfect for a little black dress. It's a clutch from Victoria's Secrets. Retail on this was $44.95. I am telling you, I've had this for almost a year. Haven't been able to sell it. So I took it on a best offer for $17. I just, you know, it's one of those things that I was just like, I've tried flash sales. I've tried everything on it. So 17 was a great grab on that one for them. All right, next coming up. Ooh, girls, I know style aesthetics. This was one for me. I'm going to try to give you the best. Let me scooch back. I'm going to try to give you the best look at this one. So this was a style-based pick for me as well. The brand is Blue Blue. It's a size large. She is completely sheer, like a, I don't know, you could wear it as a tunic. I would say a sexy, sassy little mini dress, but the bottom gathers so cutely. So almost kind of gave off kind of like that witchy vibe a little bit, if that makes sense. So when I posted this one, I posted it with keywords and style aesthetic words like goth, punk, what else did I do? Fairy core, those style aesthetics. This was posted less than 5 days, and I just had a feeling this was going to be a great, great grab. No comps available on this brand that I was able to find. So I sold, oh, look at the sleeve. It's so cute. Sold this one for 34, and that was a straight out buy, no offer on that one. Again, that's really where I love to be, is the styling portion of it. When I picked this up, I saw the floral, I saw all the beauty to it, and then I was like, you know what? There's a little whimsy goth to it. So yeah, I think it was whimsy, goth, punk, and then of course fairy core. The flower might turn some of that aesthetic off, but also it turns it completely on for me. That's all I could see with this. Some little Doc Marten boots. Stop it. I don't know. I love it. All right, Vera number 2, duffel bags. I always, always, always will pick up Vera duffel bags. If I can say anything about my Vera, it's always the duffel bags that are probably my best sellers and quickest sellers. So purses, again, kind of hit and miss, but this one's huge. Huge. I love it. And it's a super simple, but yet fun style pattern. So again, if you can get them in great condition, absolutely. I always say grab the duffel bags for sure, even if you don't want to do the purses. I get it, but yeah. So this one sold for a nifty offer of 24. Oh, hi, pup. My dog wanted to show up. This dress is so gorgeous. This one is a loft women's size 14. Absolutely just beautiful maxi dress. I'm like probably blinding you. I'm sorry. So very, very simple. To me, still felt very cottage core, or could go boho. So keywords I definitely used in this one was cottage core. The pale yellow, the simple little flowers was absolutely stunning. Also the tiered style bottom. I just thought, how simple, how cute is this? So this one sold, let's see here. I lost it now. See, this one sold for 20, and that was at a no offer, just a grab right out of Poshmark. I just thought so, so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Bloom Chic. I don't know if you guys know much about Bloom Chic. I know about Bloom Chic from my liquidation life. They are a boutique style clothing line. I think they're out of business now, from what I understand, but I could be completely wrong, so don't quote me on that. But Bloom Chic, I absolutely love their plus size styles. They do a ton of gorgeous dresses and clothing for our plus size friends. And to me, that just makes my heart sing. It does. This one always makes me crack up just a little bit. The first time I picked it up, I remember, I think Carrie was shopping with me. And I don't know if you guys watch Schitt's Creek, but if you do, you'll get this reference. And if you don't, just stay with me through it. So this is a Bloom Chic velour. So absolutely stunning. It's silver little accents through it, and it's this plum purple. It is a women's size 22-24. So again, I love getting plus size because I want every single person who ever grabs anything from me to feel gorgeous. And this isn't one of those dresses that are just gorgeous. So it's going to be a midi on this one. And again, it's plum with a little bit of silver, but this reminds me of a little bit of Lexus. Okay, come on. If you haven't watched it and you need a really, really just mindless show to make you crack up and always quote from, Schitt's Creek is it. As you can tell, I live it, I breathe it, I eat it. I have my David coffee mug, don't mind the coffee stains, but it's one of those shows just makes me just die, okay? So my little bit of Lexus dress finally sold. This one's been with me for a little bit, back when I first started changing over to curated thrifting. So this one's been with me for a while. This one sold on a best offer of $15. I said, absolutely. I think she's just stunning. Treat yourselves, girls. So next one coming up. This one is my heartthrob. This is my heartthrob one. This is so stinking cute. I will never forget when I found this with my husband. We were out thrifting and I said, oh, I gasped. I gasped. I said, okay, I don't know anything about vintage. I don't know anything of what's going to sell, what's not going to sell. I said, but the beadwork, the impeccable beadwork on this sweater is so fantastic. She has got some weight to it for sure. It is nice, heavy knit style, and then that beading is absolutely stunning. I'm going to get it close so you can see. This is by New York News. It is so good. It is not, to me, this is what's wild to me. When you shop vintage or you shop thrifting or anything like that, I think about all the stuff that now, today, in 2026, we throw away because it's stained or it pills or whatever it might be. It stretches weird. Pilling's a big one on a lot of material with companies nowadays, but the pure amazingness that this patchwork, beadwork, all of this detail is still intact as if you literally went and bought it off the shelf today it's too good. I think this is why I love vintage. I do. It's because it just withholds the time. It does. It just stays absolutely stunning and beautiful. I can't. But my favorite part, look at these buttons. Those are the funnest little knit buttons. I don't know. Quality and care, and I absolutely love it. This one sold for a best offer of 24. I had it posted for 30. Best offer of 24. Well, I should say I had it posted for 30. Sent out my nifty offer of 27. She offered 24, and I said, please, somebody has to love this, or I'm keeping it, and I can't. I can't keep everything. Do you notice when you like pick clothing up how much all the dust comes in your camera view? That's what I always want to do. Anyway, that was my favorite sale of the day. So that is everything that sold over this past weekend. And again, I want you to start thinking about those numbers, how it affects your business. We talked about it earlier in the video. 81 items I would have had to sell at a $5 start on Whatnot. And again, we have to be honest with ourselves. A lot of stuff sells at $5 or at your opening bid. So take those numbers into account, value your inventory, and value yourself as a reseller. I don't know how else to say it. I'm going to preach that. I'm going to die on that hill. Okay, I am. Whatnot is, everybody's talking about it right now. Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to be the next top seller, to be the, person getting $4,000 or $5,000 a show. It can be life-changing. I'm seeing it happen live with some people, but the majority of us that are just starting out or just trying to figure it out, take time to value your inventory, value your space, value your time, and value your life as a reseller. That's all I got to say about that. So anyway, that's what sold this weekend. Again, sales were 15 items, one Whatnot, one eBay, 2 Depop, 4 Mercari, 7 Posh, for a total of 15 items. Total sales was $304.45. Total profit before cost of goods was $235.61. After cost of goods was $190.61 pure profit. So can't be mad about it. Stay tuned for next time. See you then.